everyone, welcome to this yoga video. My name is Britt and I will be guiding you through today's practice. It's going to be focused on core strength. So to start the video, I just want to take a second to do a bit of breathing and focus our energy towards our core and what we'll be activating today. Remember, it's not just our abdominals, but it's also the muscles in the back, basically anything in between the neck and the pelvis. That's what we're going to be working with. So take a second to get into a comfortable seating position. You can use a block to sit on if you like, or a meditation pillow, or anything else. And just gently rest your hands, your palms on your upper thighs or your knees. And close your eyes. So especially when I'm focusing on a particular area of the body during a practice, I find it helpful to visualize that area and just send my breath and energy towards it. So as you're breathing, and you don't have to change your breath, just work with the natural breath. Maybe you can imagine energy and light filling the whole core area as you breathe in. And gently breathe out. And any time that you breathe in, try to imagine all the muscles, your spine, everything that's located in the core, and filling it with your breath, with your energy. And sending all your focus there in preparation of the practice. Let's do 3 more breaths together. And keep sending your energy and focus to your core. And also check in with how it feels. And then before we start, we're going to just roll up our shoulders towards our ears. And exhale and release them down. You can open your eyes. You come to sit on your mat. And to start, we're just going to start in Dandasana. My dog's going to join us. Which is basically just sitting with your legs in front of you. I like to make them active, so flex your feet and your hands are gently behind you. You can have them flat on the floor. I actually struggle with this a bit, so I tend to keep my fingertips there. And focus on lengthening the spine. So you want to imagine if you're sitting against the wall, and you can do this to try it, that this area, your tailbone area, will be touching the wall. Your shoulders will be touching the wall. But your lower back and your head won't. Because remember, our spine is in an S curve, it's not a straight stick. So there's a gentle curve here in the lower back, and then here up in the neck. So just breathe. And one trick that I like to use during core exercises is to imagine my belly button drawing in towards the spine. And it often helps finding the correct muscles to activate. Take one more breath here. And then gently scoop forward a bit, come onto your back, and gently extend your legs above you. So it's basically the same as we just did, as staff pose, but lying on your back. Now, from this point on, we're going to extend our arms to the front as well, to the ceiling. And then just gently lift them towards your legs, all the way until your shoulders are off the floor, kind of until the tip of your shoulder blades. And then just gently linger here for 3, 2, 1. Pull the knees towards the chest. And now you're going to extend your right leg in front of you. Keep it off the floor. Left leg goes up. Doesn't need to be a 90-degree angle, it can be a bit more forward. And again, lifting towards the leg. Keep breathing, send energy to your core. Your belly button is going towards the spine, towards the floor, and pull in the knees. And again, so other side this time, left leg extends off the floor, right leg extends towards the ceiling, and you're just gently bending towards your right leg. Your shoulders are off the floor. Try not to put pressure on your neck, so really keep thinking about the belly button going towards the floor. Take one more breath. And pull in your knees. Very good. From here we're just going to roll. So grab underneath your knees, so on your thighs, and just roll all the way to the top of the mat. And you're going to come up into a chair. So I like to have my toes together, my heels slightly apart. Feel as though you have a book in between your thighs and you're squeezing it. Use your glutes. But also here, keep thinking about that belly button just to activate the core. And then you're going to sink down all the way to the floor. Try to linger above it for a little bit. And put your bum on the floor. Legs go up into a half boat pose. And breathe. Again, keep focusing your energy. Focus on your breath. We work on our core for correct posture, to prevent injury. Having a strong core is very helpful. And from here we're going to extend the legs. So you probably have to lean back a little bit further because it's heavier. So don't try to keep your belly towards your thighs and then compensating your back. Try to keep it nice and long. Hands down. And pull in the knees again. You can hear someone eating biscuits in the background, that's my dog. Breathe into that half boat. And again, extending into a long stretched boat. Keep sending your energy, strong legs as well, no spaghetti legs. And back in one more time. Take a few breaths here, really pull the belly towards the thighs. And one more time, full boat. And coming back. From here, put your feet on the floor, rolling back onto your back. You're going to keep your knees parallel to your hips. Put your hands down on the floor. Keep them as close to your heels as you can. Don't worry if you can't quite touch them. Doesn't matter. And from here, we're going to do a few hip lifts. So we're going to inhale and raise our hips towards the ceiling. Keep our chins tucked in. Use your glutes in this position. Keep the knees parallel, so keep activating the inner thighs. And we exhale and go down. And again, we inhale. And we hold. Keep breathing. Try not to move your neck. Keep the chin tucked in. And down. One more time. On the inhale, we lift. Press the feet into the floor. The knees are parallel. The inner thighs are working. Your glutes are working. Your hips are pulling towards the ceiling. And of course, your core is working. Press into the floor with your hands. I find that quite helpful. And on the exhale, you lower down. Draw the knees in. Roll again. And then roll into your chair. So again, toes are together, heels are a little bit apart. Useful. From here, your hands are going to go into prayer. Lift the right leg, extend it behind, into a lunge, high lunge. The right leg is fully extended. The hips are square. The knee is stacked over the ankle, and if you want, extend your arms over your head. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Of course, your shoulder blades need to turn up in order for your arms to go up, but just avoid this motion that you're stuck at your ears. Keep them away. And shift your weight forward again, chair. If you want, lower down a little bit deeper this time. Come up a bit again, and same thing, left leg. So it also depends how deep your lunge wants to be, on how further away you step your foot. So the further away you step your foot, the more intense you can make the pose. It really depends on how you're feeling today, what you're in the mood for. Keep that back leg working, so don't let it fall down. Draw the kneecap up, hips are parallel, squaring towards the front of your mat. Press the feet into the floor. And from here you're going to roll forward, hands go down, stepping into a high plank. So from here we're going to warm up a bit further. We're going to go from a high plank towards a forearm plank and back again 5 times. So we lower our right arm, forearm plank, and then straight away we get up using the left into a plank. Then we do it the other way around, and we do this 5 times. So we lower down, forearm plank, left arm first, and we step back into a plank, right arm first. And right arm down, left arm up, left arm down, right arm up. And keep thinking about pulling that belly button towards the spine as you finish your 5 sets of doing a full circle. If you feel like 5 sets is a bit too much today, you can do 3. You can take a little break. Doesn't matter. And when you finish your sets, hold in the plank and gently roll it back to a downward facing dog. And also in this position, be sure to really engage your core, pulling the belly button towards the spine. And from here we're going to go onto our forearms to a dolphin. So if you want, you can walk your feet in a little bit further, but try to maintain a straight line from your elbows towards your tailbone. If you're struggling with this, then bend the knees and just roll up your tailbone towards the sky. Hold it there. And gently come onto all fours. I'm going to roll out our back a little bit, so we inhale into a cat, into a cow, sorry, and we exhale, cat. So you're really working with the spine here, rounding it and arching as you're following the breath, just to stretch it out a little bit. And keep the shoulders away from the ears here as you arch. Really tuck in your chin towards your chest as you round. And from here you're going to come into a neutral position. Again, pulling the belly button towards the spine, so no sinking. And we're going to curl our toes under. Press onto our hands as if we're lifting off. Make the shoulders broad. And lift the knees for a few counts. So about 5 breaths, we're going to stay here. lower the knees. From here, we're going to step into our plank again. Roll our weight forward and chaturanga down. You can put your knees on the floor for this if you like. And inhale into the cobra. Keep the hips and the chest pulling forward. You don't have to stretch out your arms, you can keep them bent, but keep them stuck to your sides. Hold it here, and moving into our downward facing dog. From here, we're going to go into side plank. So you're going to go straight into it, twisting to your right side. So make sure that your dog isn't too short. It needs to be quite long in order to have a long plank. You don't want the plank to be too short either. So try to keep your shoulder over your wrist. Keep lifting the hips towards the ceiling. And if you want an extra challenge, you can lift the left leg. And keep it strong. No spaghetti legs. And maintain that belly button towards the spine feeling. Hold on. One more breath. Twisting back, downward facing dog. Walk your dog if you like. Stretch out those legs, stretch out the back. And we're going to go onto the other side. So again, make sure that your dog is wide enough. And then twist it open onto your left hand. Keep pushing off that hand. Of course, if this is uncomfortable for your wrist, you can always go into a forearm plank here. And if you want, lift the leg. And hold on. Keep breathing. Keep pulling that belly button towards the spine. Strong legs, hips lifting up. And twisting back, downward facing dog. Good work. And we're going to shift our weight forward to a plank. And again, put your knees on the floor if you want. And lower down, chaturanga. All the way to the floor. So from here, we're going to work our back a little bit. So to start with, just put your hands behind you. And just get a feeling of pressing your feet into the floor. So really push them in. Push the hips down. Make contact with the mat, with the floor. And then on the next inhale, we're going to lift our upper body up. So as if someone is pulling our hands towards the back. So we inhale and we lift, and we keep pressing those feet into the floor. And we use our glutes in this position as well. So activate them. We want to avoid dumping into our lower back. And our glutes are great help with that. Hold for one more breath. And gently lower. Going to do that again. So we inhale. Lift, lift, lift. Press the feet into the floor. Activate the glutes. You should feel your back muscles working. As if someone's pulling your hands. Keep going. One more breath. And lower down. Prepare once more. So on the inhale, you're going to lift. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Active glutes, active legs, feet pressing into the floor. Someone is pulling your hands backwards. And on the exhale, gently lower. This time you're going to put your right hand and extend it to the front. And this time you're just going to lift your left leg. So your arms are going to go up, both arms if you want, or just the right arm that's extended to the front, and your left leg. So here we go. So we inhale, and this time we're going to move with our breath. So on the exhale, we lower down immediately. We're going to do it 5 times. So we inhale, and exhale. And same principle applies. The foot that is on the floor keeps pressing into the floor. Our legs are strong. And when you've done 5 times, you switch sides. And same thing, straight on. Lift on the inhale, down on the exhale. Lift on the inhale, don't forget your glutes. Down on the exhale. Lifting on the inhale, and down on the exhale. 5 times again. So this is number 4. It's like a Superman position. The position he takes when he takes off. And lower. Then for the final time, we're going to put both our hands to the front. And we're going to lift our legs and our hands. So 5 times again, and the 5th time we hold for a little bit longer. So here we go, we inhale. And exhale. Inhale, use your glutes. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, prepare for the last time. We're going to hold it for 3 breaths. And we inhale and breathe. Activating the glutes. The core is working. The legs are working. And after 3 breaths, put your hands at the front of the mat and place your forehand on your hands. And relax here for 5 breaths, checking in with your body again, checking in with your breath. You most likely feel warmer than at the start. And you're going to put your hands kind of where your shoulders are, tuck under your toes, and roll it back to your downward facing dog. Now from here, we're going to lift the right leg. It doesn't need to go high or open, just lift it. Keep the back where it is, and you're going to pull your knee into your nose. And do that 5 times. So you lift on the inhale, on the exhale, you round your back, pull your knee to the front of the mat, and do it 5 times. And relax for a second in downward facing dog, and do the other side. And try to find that downward facing dog position every time that you move through it. So you don't want to keep a rounded back too much. And again, your hips can stay square, you don't need to open them to the side. And when you've done 5 times, get into your plank. Last plank for today. So in this position, we're going to do 5 lifts with just our shoulders. So we're going to make our shoulders as broad and high as possible, like we did when we were doing cats and cows. And then gently lower them to a regular plank again. Keep pulling your belly button towards your spine. And again, push off, broad shoulders, and back down. 3 times. And last time, lowering down to a forearm plank. Keep the belly button towards the spine. Hold on. And gently lower down. Keep your upper body up into a Sphinx. Just stretching out those abs, stretching the back. And then gently look over back to the left. Over back to the right. And then get ready for your last downward facing dog. So here we go, downward facing dog. From here, you're going to step your left foot all the way to the front, and then we're going to get up into a warrior three. So you extend the right leg in this position behind you, keeping the hips square, and here's up, pull up the belly button towards the spine. Strong legs. If you're struggling to balance, then maybe bend the standing leg. Just gives you a bit that extra orientation. And put your hands on the floor, relax both legs and your arms. Grab your elbows, swing from side to side. And we're going to go back to our downward facing dog. And do the other side. So this time our right leg steps forward, weight goes onto the right leg, we extend the left leg behind us, and we come up into a warrior three. Keep thinking of that belly button towards the spine. Very nice, stepping back to a downward facing dog. And I said that was the last one, sorry. This is truly the last one. And gently roll onto your knees and into a child's pose. Putting your fingertips on the floor, just stretching out our shoulders a little bit. Rolling back up. And roll on to your bum, back into that boat pose that we started in, and just keeping your legs in half a boat, we're going to twist to the side. So put your arms in prayer, open to the left, extend both arms, breathe, and come back to the middle. And other side. Beautiful, to the center. And we're going to extend backwards onto our backs. Extend our legs to the ceiling one last time. Flex your feet. And then the last exercise is the one we started with. So just lift off your shoulders so you're at the tip of your shoulder blades. And press that belly button towards the floor. Pull your knees into your chest. And extend your legs to the front of your mat. Coming into a resting position. And if you want, closing your eyes. And just like at the start, you don't need to change your breath. Just try to send another focus and energy towards your core. Observe how it's feeling. It's probably warmer. You maybe feel that the muscles have been working. And take a second to just thank your core. Think about what your core stands for. How it helps you walk and do all the movements that you do every day. And thank yourself for working today on your own body and honouring it that way. It is hard work. And if you want, you can come up to a seating position, any position you find comfortable. You can keep your eyes closed if you like. palms on your knees or your inner thighs, or maybe you want to turn your palms up towards the ceiling. And one last time, sending our breath to our core, to our spine, visualizing our core filling up with focus and energy and strength. Thank you for your time, and namaste. Have a great day.